If you're a gamer, you've probably imagined your perfect gaming setup. A huge display, loud immersive sound, good lighting, and the power to run any game you throw at it. Well, that's pretty much what Dell's latest Alienware 18 Area-51 laptop is all about. It is big, it is bold, and it is built to dominate. But with a price tag of nearly 5 lakh rupees, this machine better deliver a mind-blowing experience. So I've been using the Alienware 18 Area-51 laptop for the past 2 weeks for both work and gaming, and here's what I think about it. Hello everyone, I'm Nia for Digit, and now let's get started. Let's start with the design. So when this laptop was first delivered at my place, my parents thought and their reaction was that, is this a TV? And honestly, that is fair. The Alienware 18 Area-51 laptop is unapologetically massive. It weighs 4.3 kilograms without the charger, by the way, which itself is a hefty 360 watt brick. And because it comes with a 16 amp plug, you will need a large socket to charge it, for which I had to get a 120 rupees converter from Amazon just to plug it in. Also, this isn't your slim and light laptop that you can casually slip into a backpack. Trust me, I have a pretty big backpack, but even that wasn't enough to fit in this machine. That said, it looks stunning. The teal color gives it a premium futuristic vibe. The RGB lighting is tasteful, not too flashy, and the glowing Alienware logo at the back adds that signature gamer touch. There's even a glass panel underneath that lets you peek into the internals, which is a neat little detail. Overall, it is well built, it feels tough, but it does attract smudges and dust, so you will need to keep a microfiber cloth handy. The display on the Area-51 laptop is easily one of the best I've seen on any gaming machine. You get a massive 18-inch WQXGA display. It is bright, it is sharp, and it is fast with a 300Hz refresh rate and 500 nits brightness. From the look, the colors pop beautifully without being oversaturated, and thanks to the 130% sRGB and 99.4% DCI-P3 coverage, it is great for gaming as well as content creation. Now, during testing, it showed an average delta E of 2.4, which means color accuracy is spot on, even better than some of its rivals like the MSI Titan GT77HX and the Acer Predator PH315 55S. I played a bunch of games on it. Forza Horizon 5 looked gorgeous, and Silent Hill F was properly terrifying with all that detail. Even in bright lighting, I had no issues with visibility. It's an absolute treat for gamers who love immersive visuals. Moving on to the keyboard and sound, the Area-51 packs a mechanical keyboard, and you will love that tactile clicky feel. You will enjoy typing on it, and gaming on this one is quite a breeze. The keys are responsive and comfortable even during long sessions. There's also a dedicated Copilot key to trigger the AI assistant, along with shortcuts for performance mode, screen brightness, and backlighting controls. Speaking of backlighting, the entire keyboard can be customized via the Alienware command center, and even the touchpad lights up when you touch it. The touchpad itself is compact but precise. As for the sound, this thing gets loud. It has dual 2-watt woofers and dual 2-watt tweeters tuned with Dolby Atmos. So whether you're playing shooters, racing games, or horror titles, the audio feels rich and full. Of course, it won't replace a good headset, but for a laptop, the sound quality is excellent. Now the real question, how does it perform in actual gaming? Well, the Alienware 18 Area-51 laptop comes with an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor and Nvidia's latest RTX 5090 laptop GPU. And as you would expect, it absolutely crushes every game you throw at it. Here's a quick look at the frame rates I got in different titles. So Doom: The Dark Ages at Ultra Nightmare settings in 2K resolution gave me between 115 to 130 FPS, dropping to 1080p with DLSS pushed that to over 450 FPS, and at medium settings it went up to 560 FPS, no stutters at all. Monster Hunter Wilds returned 180 FPS at 1080p high settings, 150 FPS at 2K Ultra. Again, no hiccups, just smooth gameplay throughout. Horizon Forbidden West at 1080p high graphics gave 250 FPS, medium settings hit 315 FPS, and 2K Ultra, well, it stayed around 170 to 200 FPS. Forza Horizon 5 at 1080p high hit 450 FPS, and at 2K extreme settings it still managed a solid 250 FPS. Silent Hill F returned 85 FPS at 2K high settings, 120 FPS at 1080p high, perfectly playable and immersive. The Witcher 3 at 2K ultra high settings gave 130 FPS, and at 1080p high settings it ran at 230 FPS. It's one of the most detailed and visually stunning experiences I've had on a laptop. Finally, for competitive players, this is a beast. In Valorant, I got 540 FPS on high settings and around 700 FPS on medium settings. Even at 2K resolution, it stayed between 400 and 600 FPS. Basically, this thing laughs at every game you throw at it. Now coming to benchmarks, the Alienware 18 Area-51 scored 11,518 in PC Mark 10 Extended with a massive 28,798 points in gaming performance. Cinebench R23 gave 36,928 in multi-core and 2,235 in single-core. Geekbench 6 showed 21,469 in multi-core, which is ahead of many premium laptops like the Alienware X17R2 and MSI Raider G67HX. On GPU benchmarks, 3D Mark Time Spy scored 23,783 and Time Spy Extreme scored 12,379. Firestrike gave 39,674 points and Firestrike Extreme reached 28,280 points. Even the Port Royal DXR test showed 16,553 points. So these numbers show that just how far ahead the RTX 5090 GPU is compared to the rest of the competition. Now storage is another area where this laptop flexes its muscle. The 2TB NVMe SSD clocked sequential reads over 14,000 Mbps and writes around 13,300 Mbps in Crystal Disk Mark. Boot times and file transfer were also instant, so you click and it is done. Now let's address the obvious, battery life, or should I say the lack of it, because with great power comes great electricity bills. So during my tests, the laptop lasted about an hour during gaming and around 2 hours for basic tasks like browsing or using Google Docs. In our battery test, it managed 1 hour and 15 minutes. You can stretch it to 3 hours if you switch to quiet or power saver mode and use the integrated GPU, but honestly, this machine is meant to stay plugged in. On the flip side, thermals are impressive. Even under heavy load, the CPU hit a maximum of 90 degrees Celsius, which is quite good for a laptop this powerful. Surface temperatures stayed around 32.5 degrees Celsius on the WASD keys and 34 degrees Celsius near the center, so your hands don't get hot. The touchpad stayed cool at around 25 degrees, which again is excellent overall cooling performance. So who really should buy the Alienware 18 Area-51 laptop? Well, it is clearly for those who want desktop level performance in a laptop form factor, someone who doesn't need to move it around much but wants the best possible specs in one machine. Of course, it is not for everyone. It is heavy, it is expensive, and the battery life isn't great. But if you are a serious gamer with the budget and the space for it, this laptop is one of the most powerful and immersive gaming rigs you can buy right now. And that is for the review, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such detailed content. And tell me in the comments, if you had 5 lakh rupees to spend, would you go for a beast like this or build your own gaming PC? I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.